Hello. Today we're going to plant the strawberries. We're going to make a row of strawberries right down here. Sorry for the wind. Maybe this will be a little better. We're going to make a row of strawberries coming down here, and yeah, I thought it was worth seeing though. The soil, it looks really good. We pulled back the wood chips here, and there's tons of worms in there. There's all sorts of little critters running around. There's ants, and I think, and this isn't even where I added soil. Under the tarps is where I brought in soil, like composted manure and all that. But this has just been straight wood chips. So, like most people report, this really does add a lot of biodiversity and all sorts of great stuff to the soil. So we'll see how the strawberries do. But Sarah's got her. Oh, there you are. Got the straw. Oh, they're looking a little sad. We'll have to water them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're putting them in the ground here. You got your little red cart, and we got our tick protection on because we know they're out here. Alright, well, I need to stop standing around and start doing some work, right? We'll show you how we do. What do you think?
I think it'll work.
Perfect. Alright, get to work, yeah! And this time she's walking away with all the empty trays. Got them all planted. That's lavender. And then you can kind of see them. They're a little stressed, but we got them all planted. There's 25 strawberries plants that we got in here. Yeah, these guys should do pretty well here. The soil looks really good. Yeah, the wood chips just made an amazing difference, I think. It's really moist soil, dark black on top, and then even I remember digging previously, it was more of like a red clay, and now it's definitely a lot more black content to it. And that shovel went down 12 inches with no problem, so that was pretty sweet. Alright, well now we're going to move 2 of these covers off the bed and plant onions. So let's go get those. Alright, let's see how the things underneath the tarp did in the past. What have we had this like a month? Smothered. Maybe 3 weeks. Well, I think it's better than it would have been. I mean, some stuff is alive. Alright, let's pull the whole thing off and see what it looks like. Alright, so we probably didn't have the fabric on as long as we should have. But it's alright, we have a contingency plan. We're going to flame weed. Sarah's using the broad fork here. Doing a great job. Is that pretty easy to use?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a birthday present from my parents. Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff doesn't look healthy, but it's still alive. Alright, so flame weeder, propane tank. I forgot my tripod, so I'm just gonna fire this thing up and we'll see how it works. Do a quick before and after. So here's kind of the main stuff I'm gonna hit, and then I'll just run down the row. fire?
You got a couple.
I guess I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of leaves and dry matter in here, so that's probably... Look at all the paint just burning off the tip. I mean, it's cool. I see how it would work. I just don't want to start too much of a forest fire in our garden.
It is a little windy.
It's a bit windy for it. What do you think? Keep it rolling, or you still recording?
Yeah.
Or you probably turn it off. We'll figure out a plan. Okay, we've moved on to plan C, which is do it all by hand because it's simply too windy to use the flamethrower. So I just went through, but you know, using that broad fork was really great. It worked really well. I apologize for the wind, it's very windy. Oh yeah, it was all going just fine until I found this little guy. I have some mouse poison traps set up around here, so it looks like they're working. But yeah, this soil's really good. I just pulled out all the stuff on the sides here, and we will use the flamethrower another day. But this broad fork is awesome. Sarah used it just fine, and it did a great job, so we were able to pull everything out real easily once we went over it with that. So this is where we're going to put the onions, and we'll get working on that shortly once I remove this dead mouse from the garden. Okay, here is row 2. We just pulled the cover off and moved to the side, to the right there. A lot of, not too much growth. I mean, definitely stuff on the edges, but nothing I don't think I can pull out pretty easily. Got your little scooter there? Mm-hmm. How's it working out for you?
Good so far.
Oh, great. Alright, I better stamp this down before it blows away. It's going well. Alright, we finally finished the onion row. How many onions would you even guess, Sarah?
I think 100 onions just moved out of our basement.
At least 100 onions. That was so many onions. You can kind of see there's a bit of a sway in our lines, but we pretty much did a double row of red and white the whole way down. Drip tape sits in the middle. We're thinking about covering it with hay. But let's keep moving. We'll get those potatoes planted. Those are going in that row. It should be quicker. I think I'll just dig a hole with the shovel. You can toss them in, and we'll hope for the best.
10 inches. Plant pieces 3 to 5 inches deep, 8 to 10 inches apart.
All right. Wow, that was a lot of work. But then again, it always is. That's probably like 4 hours. All the onions are done. Drip tape's back in place. Potatoes and garlic. Last activity is I gotta grab a couple landscape staples to hold down the drip tape, because before we cover it with grass and mulch, it'll blow away. Kind of bummed I couldn't use my flame weeder too much today, but it was just too windy, as I'm sure you can tell from the audio in this video. I didn't want the fire to get away from me, considering this is all very dry material, and it's all wood chips and plastic, so it's all pretty flammable stuff. Strawberries, happy to have them in. Got our little lavender planted there. Okay, well, we're gonna go in and get cleaned up. Luckily we didn't have any ticks that we saw or encountered, so that was nice. Other than that, we're gonna go enjoy the rest of our weekend, because there's still more work to be done, because it's spring finally. Spring is sprung, huzzah. Okay, hope you're having a good time. Thanks for joining us, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Later. Very exciting stuff. We'll check in on them later. I don't want to distract them too much. Oh look, they're installing the jerkin head. Cool. That's the back side of the garage. Wow. Look at that. That's a wasp. Alright, Here we have the end of their progress today. It's Monday, April 30th. Looks like they got all the roof rafters up there. And the jerkin head. Don't forget the jerkin head. I don't know if I've mentioned the jerkin head, but there is the jerkin head. Wow. It's a cool looking structure. Kind of looks like a barn from this angle. Cool. I'll go around back. Well, this is it. Here's the progress for today. Maybe they'll be putting on a roof tomorrow, but they're making good progress every day. Happy with that. Man, it is a big structure. You don't really realize how big these things are until they're up in front of you. And it really worked out. That window up there, I was nervous that it wasn't going to be able to open, but there's plenty of space. And I suppose if one were so inclined, one could hop out that window and get right up on the roof here. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but the option is there. Alright, well, yeah, that's it for today. I'll share what they do with you tomorrow if they come. Hope you're having a good one. See you in the next one. Hello. Let's check in on our little seedlings. It's been a while. Look at this. All these little guys are coming in. I think these are tomatoes and squash. I think this is tomatoes as well. Some little guys coming in there. And then look at these guys. That's definitely corn. I think almost everyone except for one in the back. Let's try to take this off carefully. Easy, easy. Okay. Yeah, look at that. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, just one in the back there that didn't sprout. Let's see these guys. Wow. This has sunflowers in it. Oh, those guys are looking a little unhappy. Couple sunflowers going on. Looks like all of these sprouted. There's one that didn't. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna leave those out of the humidity domes. I think I'll leave them all out of there actually. Yeah, these guys are looking good. Cool. Well, that's our seedling update for now. I think we're going to start some new seeds at some point, probably just flowers, and then the rest of the seeds we're just going to start in the ground, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. The strawberries we planted the other day, kind of hit or miss. It got really hot and really sunny. It's like 85 degrees out right now after there was snow on the ground like a week ago. So I don't know how those are going to do. We'll check in on them later. But this is where we're at with these guys. It is a little breezy out, so I don't know how much you'll be able to hear. But we have a roof today on the garage. And some soffitting. There's the soffitting. And let's see here. Yeah, they got about half of it covered. Man, it is a beautiful day. Just 85 and I guess not as windy as I thought, but man, nice day. Very weird spring we're having for sure. Like I just said, it was snowing like probably a week ago and it's full on like summer right now, so maybe we just skip spring. Alright. Hey, look at that. The jerkin head. Man, that is going to be a big structure. That's my garage. What have we here? This is my latest Craigslist find. $10 a piece for a sealed plastic barrel that previously contained spearmint flavoring. Thought this one had one. Contains, I don't know. Anyway, it seems like it was a organic-ish material. Pretty much as long as it's not motor oil or diesel fuel. I can use it. And what I'm using it for is to build some composting bins. I'm going to have them on rollers and, well, I won't get too much into the project now because it's going to be a little ways off, but this is the beginning. Alright, here's today's update for Wednesday the 2nd. They put the roofing materials on. Looks like they're working on the house roof interface, getting all that sorted out. Yeah, it's looking good. View from the side. And from the back. They've not yet filled in the jerkin head, but the rest of the roof is mostly plywooded up, and they're still working on the, you know, I don't know if they're gonna take off the old roof that's in there and like cut an opening or how that works. See much more from down here. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Got the shingles on and pretty much a mostly covered garage space here. Yeah, good stuff. Alright, well, I've got to run. Thanks for joining me. Whatever happens tomorrow, I'll be sure to include you on, and well, have a great day, have a great night, have a great morning. I'll see you on the next one. Later.